So I've been investing for over 2 years now, and in that time period I've had over £10,000 in unrealized losses. I've been interviewed by someone on the Financial Times, I've spoken to several different investment brokers, and I started this YouTube channel which almost has 2,000 subscribers. So in this video I'm going to distill 5 lessons that I've learned from investing. So let's get straight into it. Lesson number 1 is start as early as possible. One of the most common regrets of any investor later down in life is the fact that they wish they had started sooner. This is something to do with a phenomenon called compound interest. So compound interest in the beginning takes a lot of time to see the difference. So maybe in your first 10 or 20 years, the amount that your portfolio grows by is not going to be that significant, not anything to write home about. However, after 25 to 30 years, you're going to see the rate of growth every single year becoming substantially more than the previous year. This is where we see something called exponential growth, and in exponential growth, every single year really does count. So even 10 years in the stock market during that exponential growth can result in your portfolio having tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of pounds difference just by regularly investing small amounts for a long period of time. So I started investing when I was 27, and already I am very regretful that I hadn't started earlier. I wish I had started at 18, possibly earlier. I know that if I had done that and I had good investing habits, I would be on a lot more than I am currently now. The second lesson that I've learned from investing is that you do not need to be an expert stock picker in order to do well investing. In fact, one of the best investing strategies of all time is to put your money into a well-diversified index fund, something like the S&P 500. Put your money in regularly whenever you can, and in a period of 20-30 years, based on historical data, you would be seeing around 9% average rate of return, and the compounding effects after 30 years almost always beats any sort of other fund such as a mutual fund, such as hedge funds. The average stock market return usually just beats picking individual stocks. Now, once we're on the topic of individual stocks, that brings me to my third lesson, that your own mistakes can be the best lessons. So I assume everyone watching has gone to school. We've had countless lessons, but how many of those do we still remember? The best lessons in life are from experience. Even if you've heard of a story of someone who lost hundreds of thousands of pounds in the stock market, it never really feels like a lesson. And in actual fact, even a loss of £100 when you begin to invest and when you make your own mistakes is a lot better of a teacher than actually listening to other people's mistakes. And that kind of brings me back to having started earlier. If you start earlier in your investing journey, chances are you're going to be making your mistakes. You're going to be picking stocks here and there, and maybe some of these stocks will actually lose money in some way or form. Maybe when the markets are turning down for the first time and you see your portfolio down 20%, you might be selling at a realized loss. Like I mentioned in the introduction, I've made many of my fair share of investment mistakes. During 2021, when all the stocks were higher than Mount Everest, I actually put in over £10,000 into a series of random companies without looking at what they did, just looking at the fact that they went down and maybe they'll go back up to the previous highs. And since then, I've realized over £1,000 of actual losses, which I'm never going to get back again. But however, these lessons have taught me so much about investing. They've taught me that maybe for me, stock picking is not the one, and instead put my money into a well-diversified ETF. Furthermore, they teach you that perhaps loss isn't the worst thing in the world. That is something that sounds very counterintuitive. However, I was well diversified. Some of my investments made a lot more than the ones that I've lost. But when it comes down to it, it's very important to know that even a big loss, so even if you lost all your money into a company, having that sense of loss for the first time can be very, very hard. But then subsequently, it just becomes easier, and you realize you're going to have to take some losses in order to make some bigger wins. And then it kind of teaches you the whole risk to reward thing that you can actually apply to your life. Speaking of bad investment choices, this brings me on to my fourth point, is that some companies can go bankrupt. Now, when I first started investing, I was of the mind that the diamond hand always wins, and that even if a company goes down, you should never sell, because once you sell, you realize that loss. However, I couldn't be further from the truth with some of my companies. For example, Avaya Holdings, I put around £1,000 into that, and it kept going down, and I never really sold out, thinking that this company is going to recover. Companies always recover. It's not really going to go bankrupt. However, some companies do go bankrupt. Avaya Holdings, for example, did file for bankruptcy, and if I had looked into its previous history, that would have been the second time that company was bankrupt. However, now I've learned that when a company does become bankrupt, it becomes delisted from the stock market, and basically you lose everything that you put into that company. Furthermore, companies not only do become bankrupt, but also companies can be acquired and then made private. For example, I invested another £1,000 into a company called One Life. Amazon had since acquired that company, and because the value of the company had gone down 60% since I bought bought it. Once they acquired the company, they paid the value of the company then, meaning that I lost 60% of my investment just like that, and I will never get that money back. And the final lesson I want to discuss about is that investing actually improves your relationship with money. Now, if you start regularly investing, putting in as much as you can per month of your disposable income, you'll realize that the return that you could possibly get with your money is a lot higher than if you just spent it now. What I'm trying to say is that I now think twice before spending money, because instead of thinking something is £10, I think about the rate of return that I can get if I invest that money, maybe through dividends and maybe through capital growth over the years. That £10 is not actually £10, it's more like £60. So then I think of money more in terms of that. If I could save more and invest more, I'm building up long-term wealth with the hopes that one day I can retire on my capital, and that can be a source of income, which not only does it mean that I don't have to pay income tax on that income because it counts as capital growth, but I will no longer have to be working for my time in order to enjoy life. And once you put your framework in mind like that, you realize this money is for later on, realize that you can do whatever you want in your life, you can retire, but in order to retire sooner, you're going to have to build up that money faster and faster, meaning monthly you're going to have to be putting in more money. And this has definitely improved my relationship with money, because more than ever I am now looking at increasing my income. So whether that means climbing up the corporate ladder or even putting more effort into a side hustle such as YouTube, having multiple income streams, having a higher source of income means I can save more, invest more, and eventually hopefully retire much sooner. I actually aim to retire by 40. I am currently 29, so there's not a huge lot of time left, but I think in those 10 years I'm going to do what it takes to increase my income whilst also balancing a healthy and productive life. So I would love to know in the comments down below, what are your 5 lessons from investing, whether or not you've been investing for 5 days or 5 years. Let me know in the comment section down below. And also make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I will see you in my next video.